very serious or no?
Well, yeah, Jules, I mean, that's a big one. I mean, we thought she's probably, one of our top two options. She's 23 and very, very experienced, the oldest player on our team, and, somebody that we're going to lean on an awful lot. So, yeah, that's a tough blow. On the flip side, it's a tough blow for right now, but then you get the enthusiasm of realizing, hey, the career's not over. We still have one more year. She's decided to redshirt. So, you feel sorry for her for a little bit. Our team, will adjust. I mean, injury is part of the game. You just deal with it and move on. And the other injuries, nothing else is season long. I mean, it's we're day to day, week to week with some of these guys. They're it's really changed how we're wanting to practice. It is what it is. We've had to give more days off than what we were hoping. We've got people that are bouncing around from position to position. It seemed like a few days there we were losing somebody a day. But the thing that I'm probably really, really happy with these guys, and something we've been stressing throughout the entire spring, is how do we handle adversity? I think championship teams, elite athletes, and I just think elite people across the board, when adversity hits, they handle things appropriately. And it's been a message from day one, and these guys have really had it in front of them with how, with some of the things that they've had to deal. But on the flip side, everybody is having to, it's not easy for the younger kids or some of these other people to picture themselves in there and get them ready. And so I think in one way it's kept people more focused because they know, hey, I could either be next in, or this role is going to get a lot bigger for me. And so do you run away from that challenge or do you embrace it and accept it? And I think we've done a really good job of embracing it.
Kelly, with the injuries, potentially how young could you be for your first match?
I don't know if it's young because some of the injured people are some young kids. So maybe, in some cases maybe we're getting older. But it's what it is that you're creating this mentality, or you're trying to get them to go, hey, let's simplify the game. It's serving and passing to start out with. We've got to be really good at that. We feel like we've got a lot better serving. I think our passing with Anne-Marie Hickey and Taylor Morey, I think it's as good as anybody in the country right now. Both those guys are healthy. And so, the offenses start getting a lot more complicated as the season goes on. It's going to be, we think, pretty basic to start out with. Most teams are, and they add as they go. So we feel like the serving and passing game, we're not, there's no difference there. Courtney Thomas, we'd like to move her on the outside. We think she's going to be a really, really good outside hitter. But with Lauren Carlini not practicing right now, Courtney Thomas, who's been a 2-year starting setter for us, is setting. That's not a bad backup. I mean, it's probably as good of a backup as there is in the country. And so things have been tough as far as a training perspective. But things could be a whole lot worse than where we're at.
And every sport has a series of non-conference games to get ready for the conference play. But especially for you, how do you use these non-conference matches and that point leading up to Big Ten play? What has to change? What has to get better between now and then in your mind?
Well, good question. I'll probably have a better answer on Sunday. But it's challenging. We've got 12 out of conference matches, and 6 of them are against teams that are nationally ranked or receiving votes. And so it's a schedule that we wanted to schedule tough. And I think number one, we've got to get healthy. I mean, that's just so we can train the way that we want to train. I think we're getting a little bit better on the pins. I think we're getting good swings there. Our middle blockers, it's just taking some time to feel that. Dominique Thompson didn't play last year, so she's been out for a season. She's our number one middle. Tori Blake is trying to come back from concussion, and so she's a freshman, and we're going to need her out there, but she's missing some training time. And, I think our defensive packages and how we're defending gets stronger as we go, because as we get more bodies, we can probably open up some things a little bit more. So I would think as we go through the preseason, some of how we're scheming, we'll be able we'll have more freedom there. Right now, it's really, all right, let's get good at this before we start adding on.